So let's have a quick round of introduction, Shiv. I was asking you if I should address you with your first name, or are you comfortable, or do you want me to address you with the last name?
Ma'am, whatever you feel, you can pronounce, you can call me by the same thing. I'm okay with both.
Great. Okay. Because Mr. Swaroop is a kind little elongated. Shiv is quite quick. So I was wondering if I have to use Mr. Swaroop all the time, I might as well not use that name quite a lot of time. I might use it just a couple of times. Okay. Go ahead. You can start, Shiv, no, introducing yourself as brief as possible, and then I'll follow. Okay.
Ma'am, I want you to give me your interaction first, just because there is a bit noise from my end, so it would be okay if you can tell me something about yourself.
Sure, no issues. My name is Rupali Sharma, born and brought up in Mumbai. Currently, I'm located in Goa. I have a total of 8 to 9 years of corporate experience. Besides that, I've also worked in other segments as HR and operations. I am into IELTS tutoring and business communication and spoken English for quite some time now. It is almost a year with Clapingo, and it's going great until now.
Oh, that's really an amazing introduction given by you. Thanks for giving me your interaction. Let me quickly introduce myself as well. As you can see, my name is Shiv, and I born and raised in Uttarakhand. I'm a government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. Well, this is my final year, and I have my own small YouTube channel pertaining to English language itself. The name is English with Teacher Shiv, where I upload spoken English content and some one-on-one conversational videos as I'm having with you right now. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's all from my side in brief.
Nice. That's nice. Oh, I'm coming across quite a lot of YouTubers. It's been nice. It's been an enriching experience, I would say, because I didn't know much about YouTube until I started speaking with few of them very recently. And let's see, what do you have any topic that you want to bring it on the table? What's your interest? You want to talk about it? You want to discuss, or you want to debate at all? Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Well, ma'am, I do have a lot of things on my plate, but today only I just want to serve something special, which I have designed from my end, and that is what you are acquainted with a lot. The topic is communication. I believe people are misunderstood the difference between English and communication. More or less, they don't even know like to whom we can consider who is a good communicator and the steps or the tips and tricks which are required to be followed in a systematic manner to become an effective and amazing communicator. So these are some nuances that I want to talk about. So you can start explaining what do you understand by communication, what are the difference between spoken English or communication, how one can become an effective and amazing communicator, like the guideline that you can serve to everyone. Yes, that's also fine that I want to talk about.
Sure. I would certainly share my definition with you, but at the same time, I also would be intrigued in understanding what you understand. What is your understanding about communication as well? Because I would really want to learn at the same time. As I am imparting knowledge and sharing my experiences, I would really want to gain experience as well with your experiences, people whom I come across every day. All right. For me, communication, it's not complicated. It's very simple. Communication is basically expressing. And for me, communication is not just talking. It is as a whole, like your body language, what you speak, choice of words, how you speak. And language is, of course, one of the aspects, but it's not only speaking, it's also about writing, literature. You need to have complete knowledge when you're speaking. So, yeah, for me, communication is speaking and being understood, which is very important. If I just keep talking and the person across is not able to grasp or understand what I'm saying, and is not on the same page, I think the communication is not complete. The process is not complete. So, yes, it is about speaking, writing, understanding, at the same time, not only verbal, but written as well. So, that is communication for me, being spoken and understood, both.
Sure, ma'am. I do agree with the points that you have mentioned over here pertaining to communication itself. And on the same note, let me add something from my end. I believe that communication is nothing but it's just an art one has to master on. And it is a two-way process where there is one sender and the another one is receiver. If a sender is sending any message to receiver and receiver is receiving the message in the same way as sent by sender, at the same time he is replying accordingly. There, communication comes into the picture. More or less, it's something where you are not the one who is speaking. In fact, both of them should be involved into that
Correct.
conversation. Then only it becomes communication.
Complete.
Otherwise, it's not. And yeah, as you have mentioned, that understanding matters a lot. It's not like I'm talking about Agra and you're talking about Ghagra. So then there
Correct.
is no communication at all.
Yes,
So
very
mutual
true.
understanding and mutual perspective is equally important as important water for fish. So yeah.
Amazing. It's how long it has been that you are into this making videos and teaching or helping with English?
Well, generally speaking, ma'am, it's been 4.5 years. I have been learning this language. It's been
Mm-hmm.
around 1 year. I have been working upon my YouTube channel. It's been
Mm-hmm.
around, I guess, 6 months that I have been uploading these kind of one-on-one conversation videos in my channel. And
Mm-hmm.
out of the box, I would say hardly I get only 30 or 40 minutes or hardly 1 hour in order to record this
Mm-hmm.
kind of session. So, yeah, but I always try to have this conversation with people to whom I haven't talked before. Why? Because I believe whenever you talk to a person to whom you are not acquainted with, there you have created an opportunity for yourself where you can learn plenty of things from their side. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, you can impart your knowledge with them.
True, true, very true, very true. And it is important actually. You get, as you come across new people, you are basically gathering experiences, right? So every
True.
new person is adding on to your experience, not only understanding that person, but at the same time, every person has his own typical or different way of speaking, understanding, So it's very important. As many people as you come across, you would definitely grow as a person. All right.
True.
How would you? I would definitely want to ask you, how would you persuade somebody? Because I understand that you have this. You're aware of the importance of the language and communication. So if you have to persuade somebody to kind of take or get proficient in a language, a particular language, or communication as a whole, what would you want to say, or how would you tell? How would you kind of explain or persuade?
Well, ma'am, it's nothing but more or less about demand and supply. Simply
Mm-hmm.
means I
Mm-hmm.
would not let you know what I want to tell you. Rather, I would tell
Mm-hmm.
you what exactly you are expecting from my side. So, no matter how educated, qualified, knowledgeable, experienced you are, or how many medals and
Mm-hmm.
rewards you have in your own professional fields, you
Correct.
need to understand the person to whom you want to persuade, what exactly he's expecting from you, and you have to
Correct.
serve accordingly. That's the first thing one has to keep in accounting. Number two point, uh, before you speak something, before you start something, let him speak,
Correct.
let him ask.
Okay.
Give more opportunity to him to open up with
Mm-hmm.
you. Because the more he would be comfortable with you, the better you can understand his psychology, the algorithm which works here, that how you are going to persuade him after that statement. So here, before we are a good speaker, one must be a good listener first, comes into the
That's true.
picture.
Very
The
true.
third thing
Very
is
true.
that, meanwhile, yes, you can
Mm-hmm.
speak, but make sure you are speaking not for the sake of persuading him, but getting feedback for the process of persuasion which you will start after that explanation and after his statement.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment he was saying something to you, you probably have some doubts that what exactly he's saying and what he wants to make me understand. That will definitely gonna help in the process of persuading him. So try to take feedback as well. The last and very important point, when you
Mm-hmm.
start persuading him, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you are just to the point. Be
Mm-hmm.
specific, be concise.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to persuade in the way you have been persuading other people. I believe
Mm-hmm.
every single person has different scenario,
Mm-hmm.
preferences, choices, level of understanding. Understand what kind of process I should follow with him, what kind of vocabulary I should use, what should be the rate of speech, what should be my tonality, what should be my
Mm-hmm.
accent. If he's not
Mm-hmm.
able to understand in this way, what other alternative I do have in my pocket that I can use to hit the
Mm-hmm.
nail. And just follow the rule of KISS, KISS. Like keep it simple and short.
It's simple and
That
short.
he would understand. If he wants more explanation for that process you have made to persuade him, he will ask you for sure. That's what I believe.
How do you choose topic? Because I'm sure it's a task for you to ascertain a topic every single time when you sit down to make a video, right? Or is there a typical type that kind of videos that you record which doesn't need that lot of thinking? Or how do you work? How is the whole process with you?
Well, ma'am, here I do have well personality.
Mm-hmm.
At one place, I consider myself as a buyer who wants to buy
Mm-hmm.
something. So,
Mm-hmm.
as a buyer, what I'm looking for, I need to think about for those things, those products, right? And those content.
Okay.
Sometimes I do consider myself as a seller. Now, here I'm a seller. I have to serve people. So, what should I serve where I would get the maximum benefit out of it? And in nutshell, and coming to the initial question which you have asked me, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I I always try to connect myself with people to whom I'm sharing my videos. What kind of problem I have faced in my initial stage when I started my journey of learning this language. Still, I'm
Mm-hmm.
facing, right? I just try to make content about on a video about those content. That's the first stage.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, as I have said, like I have to serve as a buyer. So what people are searching, what my viewers are looking for, then I have
Mm-hmm.
to make a video regarding those content. So these are two process or these two steps that I follow in order to make my video, in order to choose topics for video conversation.
Do you go through your comments, the video
Yes, I
comments?
do. Yeah, I do, and I
And
reply
how does
each and
that
every single
help you?
comment.
How does
Sorry.
that help you? How does that help you? Do you take it constructively or do you feel offended? Because at the, at the least, as in, I understand you are a grown, mature individual, but there will be some, instance where the comment might hit the wrong chord, or your ego might get hurt, or probably you would feel offended, you know. So how do you take it? How do you take it?
Well, ma'am, again, here two things are there. First, positive. Second one is negative.
Mm-hmm.
You would like whenever you would upload your video on YouTube, there are people who are going to admire you for that video, the performance which you have given there in that video, the speech which you have given, the topic which you have chosen, the content which you have provided them. At the same time, there are some people they are not happy with your performance and they are watching your video not to learn something, but finding your fault, your drawbacks, and the shortcomings which you have in that video to troll you, to mock at you, to point out your mistake and find the best way that how they can criticize you in their best possible ways in the comment section. Now, what should I do as a YouTuber, as a learner, as an unofficial English trainer? I have to read each and every single comment. I need to find the difference between whether the comment is constructive for me or destructive. If it is constructive, I should bless for that particular comment that the guy has watched my video. He found it some good points out of it, and he's admiring me. It means I'm on progress and I'm learning and I'm improving. Here, your positive and assertive side of picture will come in front of them. Again, there are some people they would write some negative comment. Even though in that negative comment, you need to understand whatever they are writing, do they really mean it or not? For example, I have been getting so many negative comments about my way of speaking, as you can see that. I speak a little bit different the way normal, typical Indian speakers speak English, right? So that is something that I know. And I am not intentionally speaking like that. I don't want to pretend like I'm a native speaker of English because I'm not. I'm from India, and that's something I should proud of. But again, as I have started my learning with them, so my way of speaking became a little bit different as compared to a normal English speaker. So that's something that I must accept it, and I just have to reply that okay, thank you for highlighting my this negative side of communication. I will try my best to work upon it, but thank you for letting me know. But again, if there are some people who are like, intentionally putting that kind of bad comment on you, I would rather say read, ignore, and go ahead. That's it. You don't need to spoil your mood or anything. You don't need to reply them because ignorance is something that you can use the best tool to to motivate yourself to keep going on and forget about negative things.
It's quite learning because it takes a lot to kind of overlook and move forward, because the comments are really hurtful. I I have seen, especially when there are such learning videos. I have seen comments. People don't spare. That's the worst part, and they go really nasty. So which is very fearful actually. For me, I could not come to the thought of it that I would make a video and upload, out there. Like I cannot put myself out there. It's really commendable because amazing job. People who do it, they have got amazing guts. So that's exactly why I asked you, how do you take the comments? Because comments is something unavoidable. Yeah. You have to kind of, no matter how hard you try to ignore them, to overlook, but there's this human tendency of scrolling down and understanding what people are thinking of you. Uh, because I guess it's especially in India, because we have this idiom, right? Kuch to kahenge log, right? So it's their thing that they do, and we are so used to the mentality, we automatically go down and try to scroll and find out what's happening, what are they thinking about us, and it takes guts to kind of just ignore them. So yeah, it's a good medium actually, because I've seen so many people learning so many things which normally was not possible, because time is a constraint, number one. Number two, resources. Not every place is absolutely equipped and reachable, wherein you can get everything. So, social media, if used and put to the best of the uses, it's a blessing. But I've seen people misusing it as well. So, yeah, it's kind of pack and parcel. You can't do much about it. All right, so let's talk about your work, as in how does it work with you? Because I understand, being a government employee, you must be 80% of the time you must be like occupied, right? Just the 20% that you have, probably 10% for your family and 10% for yourself. So that 10%, how do you crunch everything?
Well, I believe, ma'am, time is something that nobody has in this era,
Mhm.
frankly. A boy doesn't have time for his father. a kid who doesn't have time for her mother, doesn't have time for his wife, or a father doesn't have time for his children. It's common. What I believe, timing is something that you have to find for yourself, for every single person to whom you really care of.
Right. You need to
Secondly,
make
talking
time.
about practice, talking about
Mhm.
learning. Yeah, talking about practice, talking about learning, anything, whatever you want to do in your life, and where you are lacking with time management. So
Mhm.
generally, it's not someone else, it's just you who have to steal the time from your busy schedule to make it something good for yourself. Because the way you do everything today in your life at present will definitely gonna pay you off in the future.
Very true. Very true. So you invest, you
So
believe in investing in yourself as well. You need to invest in
yes,
yourself.
true. By the way, I forget about ask you to the same
Mhm.
question which you have asked me.
Tell me.
If someone is making some wrong comment on you, they are putting some wrong statement on you for your spoken English, for your communication, for your look, for anything, whatever. So how do you treat with negativity? How do you reply those people who have, this mentality to put negative comment on others? How do you just overcome with all these things?
I am not a YouTuber, which is why. Okay. Uh, but if given a situation and in personal life also, I completely believe ignorance is bliss. So I completely ignore. I believe in myself. I love the way I am for whatever I am. And that's more than sufficient for me. And there are very handful of people who actually affect me. And luckily, I guess people are happy with me. I have many social friends, a huge social circuit, but I do not indulge to an extent that it becomes an interference. So I keep everyone at bay. There's a certain line that I draw around me. Very few are allowed into the inner circle. Rest, everyone, I treat everyone nice, well, happy, equally. But that's exactly why I don't have many critics. But yeah, I have come across. It's not that I have been this well spoken all this while and all the time, right from my school or college or something like that. That I don't take their criticism negatively. I don't hate anybody. I don't dislike anybody for whatever they said because I completely believe that everything is circumstantial. If you are thinking in a particular way at this point in time, it's very likely of you to think in a different manner given in some other time. So everything is circumstantial, everything is temporary. So I do not hold up to whatever you have said. You have said it's okay. That's your experience for now, probably. And you said it. And I appreciate people being vocal. So I do not like people who just keep things to themselves and hatch on it. I would rather prefer people coming out with it on my face. I appreciate such people. I really want such people around me because at least you know what's on their mind, right? So yeah, it's absolutely positive for me. I do not take anything negative because I think people have enough to worry about. So you cannot kind of afford to kind of keep adding on to your baggage. Yeah, and if you keep having issues with every single person who ever has to say something bad about you, I think you will never come up. You will never be able to rise. You will always kind of it'll also bog you down, right? And it's very consuming for you to have that hatred, to bear everything. It's very consuming, very disturbing as well. And believe me, it also reduces your productivity. So you might as well just ignore, just brush off and walk away. I I think when you're happy with yourself, you can do that. When you don't want anyone's certification, anyone acceptance, uh, you just love yourself. I guess that's more than enough. And people will automatically love you. If they have, see, no one is perfect, and this is something that everyone knows. Yeah. And people enjoy picking on people or pointing out fingers. So that's their job to do. So let them do what their job is and let us do what our job is. Just moving forward is my job. That's it.
You are such a positive person that I have seen, and
Who are you?
most probably I've seen that you have that aura that you can become a motivational speaker, influencer as well, who's going to kill negativity of every single person who's ever is feeling that.
No, but
And on the
honestly, don't you
same,
think so? Honestly, don't you
yes,
think so? It's too much, right? You cannot carry everything. You can't just think on every single negative comment. If people have to say something about you, let them say that's their business. Let them do what they are supposed to be doing. So I think this is the most productive way, most productive way. Just brush off. Okay, thank you. Move ahead.
yeah, I agree with you. At the same time, I forget to mention one point.
Mhm.
Sometimes I feel so good when I am reading any negative comment in my channel or when someone is criticizing me. You know why? Because I feel see how special I am. People are observing me. They do have that time that they are observing me and that then after they are writing something. At least I'm on spotlight, right? That's the first thing.
Yeah, people know
Secondly,
me.
like yeah, and secondly, I think we know ourselves. I know who am I and what should I do and
Absolutely.
what I want to do in my life. So I don't, bother what others think about me because they are not going to let me whatever I want in my life. I'm the only person who's accountable for every good things and bad things. So I'm the only warrior and soldier that I need to fight for myself. There is no one who is going to stand for me, right? So we
Correct.
shouldn't think about them. And third thing, I think I feel like people are so jealous these days, frankly. When
Yes.
they feel, oh God, even though your neighbor, they would think, oh, look at her. She has a good spoken English skills. She's a good communicator. She started teaching. She's getting offer from foreign countries. She has her own business. She's taking online classes. Wow, look at her. But and then just because of that jealousy, what they would try to mock at you by giving some negative comment somewhere with their possible ways, whatever they can do. Now, last but not least, I believe that I, we are humans and humans are not born to be perfect. And I believe,
Absolutely.
I think there is no one who is perfect in this whole world.
Very
Every
true. Correct.
single person has some perfection with lot of imperfections.
Correct.
So it's better to just work upon yourself, don't
Learning.
even think about what people are thinking. And if
Keep
they are
learning.
criticizing you, I want everyone to take that criticism as a challenge and start changing it.
Absolutely.
In my
Absolutely.
case, this language
Mm-hmm.
is nothing to do with my profession. This
Mm-hmm.
language is nothing to do with my real life. This language is
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do in my academic career. Nothing. No one speaks English. I don't even speak English in my real life with anyone. Why I've chosen to learn this language? Because I was being criticized by people. In fact, the guy who has insulted me so rudely, what he said when I was in my initial date, and I guess that was my first day on that application from where I started learning this language. He said,
Mm-hmm.
Shiv, you should quit this journey because you seem to be that rapist of English, the way you are speaking. And you're not doing anything, but you are doing post-mortem of this language. So it's better to keep away yourself from this language. And I was totally
God.
awestruck what he was saying. So that was the guy. I didn't say anything wrong to him, but I took that particular statement as a challenge. From there, I started my journey. Frankly, from there, you can believe I did practice for 14 to 16 hours, day and night. Nothing was in my mind except English. Even though, still right now, if I have my leisure time, I don't have any Facebook account or that Instagram account or any social media application I don't use. Rather, I would love to spend my time somewhere where I can learn something. I can refine my English. I can polish my communication. Our time is about to end, I guess, if it's
It is
the
already.
case.
It is already. Nice
Yeah.
talking to you. I would really love to kind of have another conversation if there's a chance, definitely. And all the best.